Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Matchbox Resurrection. And today, I'm playing with this Porsche 911 Turbo. And what can I say about it? For me, it's one of them classic cars. I haven't done one before, and it's an iconic car that I need to do. I used to have one as a child, but it wasn't a Matchbox. It was a Scalestric, so I'm gonna paint it the same color as that one. The casting itself is in good condition and it doesn't look bad. Oh, there's no suspension, the wheels are horrendous, and I don't think in this case the color or the decals do much for this casting. So I'm gonna try to make it look more like my Scalestric one. And the tow hook is going. Like I said before, this car has got no suspension. The axles are attached by a clip. The interior is okay, and in this case, I'm gonna leave it this color because it was this color in my original Scalestric car. The windshield, I'm not really keen on this color windshields, but I've got to live with it. But it will look better with the color that I've chosen. The paint came off really easy, and now I'm just gonna brush the car with a wear wheel and see what I've got left to play with. And it's not bad at all. It's only got a few casting lines, but they're quite thin. And to be honest, the detail of the casting is not really good. The bumper should be flat as well, and I'm gonna have to sand all that down. The sides on the front are really, really rough. So I'm just gonna have to do a good sanding, get rid of all them lines, and get it ready for primer. I'm gonna start with 150 and I'm gonna work my way down or up. My Scalestric car was yellow, so I'm gonna paint this one in yellow too. I'm gonna do the black line on the front bumper, and I'm gonna use electrician's tape. I've done this before in one of my other videos, and it's gonna give me a perfect straight line. It looks like somebody with a black mustache. Well, now I'm gonna do the side indicators and the little lights on the bottom of the bumper. And for that, I'm using this. I've done it before. It's just clear plastic, and I paint some in white, some in red, yellow, orange, and I've got loads. So I'm just gonna paint the backside in silver so it looks shiny, and then I just cut in the shape of the indicators. Now I'm just gonna paint the back spoiler, and I didn't like how it turned out, so at the end I changed it, as you will see. The side indicators are just glued on, so what I do is I use a bit of super glue with a toothpick, and then I just grab the plastic with the other end of the toothpick and stick it on. As for the base, I'm not gonna paint it black or anything, I'm just gonna give it a good polish and leave the metal. And this is one of the windshields that you cannot polish. I tried already a bit on the top and it's not happening. But anyway, I'm still gonna dip it and pledge. Like I said before, the wheels are rubbish, so I'm not gonna use them. But today I got some new wheels. The Johnny Lining, and they were a gift from my good friend Terry from Chicago. But I've never done it before, I ain't got a clue what to do with them. They don't even have a hole, so I'm just gonna do it my way, and hopefully it will run. And then I'm gonna use some sewing pins and some tubing, and then I'll have to fabricate some sort of suspension. I do apologize if this is taking a while, but I've never done this before, so I'm just playing by ear. And I actually want to show you all these little steps. I need to make these grooves a bit wider so they can accommodate the new axles, and then build the suspension. And for the suspension, I'm just gonna use a bit of styrene, and it'll be almost like the old Matchbox suspension. The axle itself is a bit too wide for the car or for the chassis, so it goes from side to side. So I need to make some spaces, and I'm using this pen, and I'm just gonna cut some rings and put them around the axle. Yeah, this one is a bit too small. Should have done this before gluing the wheels, because now I need to actually cut the side of the ring so I can clamp it into the axle, which is a bit tricky, but it works a treat. I've done the other one already. I've got it here with the suspension still drying, and it works perfect. The tubing is actually acting as the axle now, instead of the wheels rolling inside the tube. The suspension is still drying. I want to leave it to cure properly. I put some baking powder as well, and now I'm gonna get rid of the tow hook and give a good polish to the chassis. And now it's just time to putting it back together. It actually took me a while. I didn't realize how much detail this car needed, but I think it looks great. There you go. It looks exactly like my Scalestri car. I've added some detail, all the black on the bumpers and the registration, headlights. Absolutely love the wheels. Thanks a lot, Terry. Finally, I've changed the spoiler, as I said before, because I wasn't happy. And this is the final result. Really happy with it. I love the wheels. And as for me, that's enough for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week with something else. Have a good day.